Oh, Lord. Well, it's still going live. Okay, so I guess I'm live. I don't know. I hit the record button and I don't know why I am in record mode. But that's Smiley. So I guess we're learning something else new today. Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, if you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. I have no clue. But I am just trying to come on here for a very short recording. And I wanted to say there's so much confusion to this case with Rudy. And please, I just showered, so excuse my hair is wet. But whatever, it is what it is. And I wanted to let you know that there's so much confusion in this case. I'm still going over everything. And Cinema Shogun, I am talking about him because he is so good. Nautilus True Crime is so good in this. Every time, never fails. I've been watching them as well as going to the Facebook community and on Rudy. But this woman, the mother, what is up with that? She has so many Facebook names, and she is talking to herself. There's a new guy involved that people want to know who he is. I'll tell you who he is. He's her. He's her. That's who he is. He's her. I mean, this is some crazy stuff. And I'm sure the police is supposed to interview Rudy today, and their heads spinning. I praise them. I do praise them. This case is a whole lot different than the one I've been on. And that was a wild ride that I've been on for 2 years with that case. I'm still on it, but this one is hands down the craziest thing I've seen in the last 48 hours. But I'm saying they have their work. The police has their work cut out for them. They do. It's very confusing. But they'll be interviewing Rudy today. Back in 2015, his mom had a GoFundMe page. She had a few GoFundMe pages. But what I was wondering is, everybody's saying, well, they've looked up things and she can probably only get in trouble for false reporting. Well, what I was wondering is, in 2015, his mom had a GoFundMe page stating that Rudy was mentally disabled. Now, she's even stating that now. Rudy is mentally disabled, and he has problems. He has PTSD. He has anxiety. He can't talk but 2 or 3 words, etc., etc., etc. We know he had asthma. Again, I mentioned last night, how did he get his asthma medicine? All the above. So I was thinking this morning, not good when Smiley starts thinking. But she stated that. She specifically stated that. Now she has it in writing. She verbally has it, all the above. So what if she had him on Social Security disability? That is real possible. Only they will know. I mean, well, I don't know, because YouTubers will find out. Don't mention stuff that you don't want YouTubians to find out, as Tim says, YouTubians, because they will dig and dig and dig and dig. Even though some things are private, there's ways to find out. JLR, where are you at? No, just kidding. Everybody will find out and they will dig until they do. Sorry, lady, whichever name you're using today, Rudy's mom. But if he was getting Social Security, disability under any means, that's not going to fly, because I want to know if he was missing for 8 years. His mom was more than likely, and I'm putting this in your heads because I want y'all to go look. Go find out, web sleuths. Go find out. She was probably his representative payee because he was not competent enough to handle his money. Therefore, it was probably automatically going into her bank account, and she was handling all of his finances and his money, and it didn't matter if he lived with her or not. She was paying his bills, and, she was probably taking it and spending it, is my point. But the matter is, when he went missing, quoties, did she eventually stop his check after he was not in the home 8 years, supposedly? Because if not, she could get fraud, defrauding the government, wire fraud, being bank transfer. Oh my God. Where's the money? Is she still got it in a bank account? Oh, really? And did you know, after so many years, I don't know the laws where she's at. I'm not a lawyer. I hadn't studied it. Lord knows I didn't think I would be on any cases. I didn't think I would need to know these things. But some places I do know that you can declare somebody dead after a certain amount of time. I'm surprised she didn't do that. And I know that's your child and all, and this is a different case than Summers and all that. So you can't have it both ways, damned if you do and damned if you don't. But it's just a thought. Did that thought ever cross her mind? Does she have an insurance policy? I don't know. Smiley's just thinking. Or was she perfectly fine in having all this GoFundMe? Was people sending her cash apps? Does anybody know any of this stuff? What was going on in this lady's life? Which lady? She pulled a real catfish. Can we get the 2 guys anywhere that did the catfish show to kind of help us sort this out? I'm being serious right now. I can't wait until Ellie goes to talk and find out what comes out of that today. I'm sure they'll be doing a press conference, but they do need to find out, will he be available to talk? Now, this is very important. I've come up with this and I've thought about this. Considering there's not very many photos, I know he was in the newspaper, and y'all listen to this. What do you think about this idea? Because again, I know I've only been on here like 10 minutes, but I'm not going to stay on here long. That's why I was trying to do a recording. I don't know if I'm doing a recording, I'm live or whatever. But anyway, y'all know Smiley just hit the button. Anyway, I wonder, I know that the brother died in a motorcycle wreck. I know there was an obituary. I know what family members she said she had that she put in the obituary. And I don't like to call people out and say, especially on something like that, this case is too weird at the beginning. And I know the dad offed himself. So I don't want to say off the bat, all these people are made up. But since this seems like a hoax, and Smiley, I don't have any firsthand knowledge of who's who or anything like that. This is a thought that I had. Rudy was named in there as the brother, okay? But the way Rudy was found, the way this is working out, there was a video out today, and even Tim Miller spoke on it somewhere. I didn't clip that video, but he spoke on it, said it should have been investigated. There was a guy in a store or somewhere. He looked very distraught somewhere. I just wondered, it hit me, if, and the neighbors are saying, there's no way this Rudy dude sat and talked to them, all this stuff. I'm just wondering, the way he escaped, the way he's scared, the way he don't speak, fishy stuff's going on. Would it be possible that she lost her son in the motorcycle accident? She lost her husband. People kind of go cuckoo sometimes. God, I hate even saying this. I hate saying it. Y'all don't know how bad Smiley hates thinking it. Would it be possible people pull hoax like this and they create a world of their own, that she took and made a kid out of Rudy and brainwashed him, abused him, got this Munchausen by proxy syndrome, and had him captured for 8 years? That it's not impossible. There was a boy, as a matter of fact, I watched on a true story one time, where his capture, y'all may know who I'm talking about, I can't think of who it was right offhand, where his capture kept him in this apartment, and he literally went to work. I think he worked for a pizza place. He literally went to work, came back, and something to the effect, I mean, he was scared, ended up years later, I believe, bringing a friend back. That's how they ended up getting caught in the end, I believe, if I'm remembering it correctly. I forgot what state it was in, but y'all may remember that whole ordeal. And it's not too far-fetched. It is unbelievable, but it's not too far-fetched. And I'm just wondering if something like this may be possible. You know, it's something to chew on. I'll tell you that. So I wanted to bring that to you. This is just a little clip I got that come out maybe an hour or so ago.
Now 25, was found alive last week. But neighbors say they were confused by the news because they frequently saw and socialized with Farias, who they call Dolph, short for Rudolph, over the past several years. He used to come in my garage, chill with my cousin, son, and daughter. Neighbor Kisha Ross told ABC 13 in Houston. That boy has never been missing. Ross' cousin, Broderick Conley, told the news station they hung out often. Laughing good times, Conley said. Sometimes he would go to the park by himself, Ross added. Houston police said Farias was found June 29th outside a Houston church. He was.
Just a quick word from our sponsor.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas.
Sorry, y'all.
You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
He was carrying an item with a family member's identification, leading police to his mother. Farias' mother told ABC 13 that Farias was unresponsive, with cuts and bruises on his body and blood in his hair. She told the news station she believed he has been beaten and abused, and he is recovering in the hospital. Houston police said on Twitter that missing person investigators plan to speak with Farias and his family Wednesday to determine where he has been for the past 8 years. In March 2015, Farias was walking his dogs when he disappeared, according to news reports. His family reported him missing after the dogs were found, but he was not. At the time, authorities said Farias suffered from depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, and that he was possibly disoriented after not taking his medication. Years earlier, Farias' older brother died in a motorcycle accident, NBC News reported. He watched his best friend die right in front of him, Brenda Paradise, a private investigator hired by the Farias family, said in April 2015. His brother was his best friend in the world. He's just gone through so much more than anyone his age ever should.
Just a quick word from our sponsor.
You will fail. So
Anyway, we don't have to listen to all that and go through all these sponsors. I don't know what kind of ads they got going on. But that was mainly what I wanted to talk to you about. And there's a lot going on in this case. A lot's breaking. I'm anxious to see what's going on with the cops today when they speak to him. So I will be back today. I will talk about this case more. I will research it. I will come back and talk about Summer at some point today or tonight. And I will go live. Evidently, I don't like this recording, whatever it's doing. It's my first time doing that ever. So anyway, I love y'all. Thank you for watching this. And I will see you when I see you. God willing, and the creek don't rise. Thank you. Bye.